Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Fan Perspective. I am your host Nathan Nile, and these are the 2013 NBA Playoffs Round 2 recap, the series between the number 6 seed Golden State Warriors and the number 2 seed San Antonio Spurs. In Game 1, the Warriors came out fast and they seemed to be in control from the opening tip, and it looked like they were about to pull the upset, at least until the fourth quarter, when after Klay Thompson fouled out, the Spurs immediately went on a 15-0 run and ended the game on an 18-2 run, erasing a 16-point deficit and sending the game into overtime.
Here come the Spurs with Ginobili, guarded by Bazemore, 18 on the clock. Here is Green hitting. Danny Green, his fifth three-pointer, ties the game. Here's Curry. Can't shoot it. Fall away. Desperation. Rebound by Leonard.
Both teams came out strong. They both kept putting up shots, and they ended up forcing it into a second overtime.
Manu Ginobili to Curry, and Curry with a great shot against.
At the end of the second overtime, it looked like the Warriors might be able to steal Game 1 when Manu took a long three and it rimmed out. And the Warriors went down the court on a fast break, and Kent Bazemore hit a layup on the assist from Stephen Curry to take a 1-point lead. But on the ensuing possession, the Spurs inbounded the ball to a wide-open Manu Ginobili, who took another three-pointer, this time nailing it with 1.2 seconds left, giving the Spurs a 2-point lead and winning the game.
Here's Ginobili for three.
Curry led the way with 44 points, 22 of which came in the third quarter, and 11 assists.
Have not lost to the Warriors in 29 consecutive games. And there is a three.
Barnes and Bogut both had double-doubles, combining for 29 points and 27 rebounds. Duncan was playing through illness, but still managed to put up 19 points and 11 rebounds before Pops pulled him out and the Spurs went small ball the rest of the way. Kawhi Leonard was 1 rebound short of a double-double, and Manu Ginobili had a double-double as he and Parker nearly had triple-doubles, combining for 44 points, 15 rebounds, and 19 assists.
Going out to Ginobili, fakes Barnes, goes in, stuck the throw.
Just wanted to point out the fact that, as I told you before when I made the prediction for how this series would turn out, the Warriors showed their youth, and that's what ended up costing them the game, because they beat the Spurs in every single stat except one: turnovers. They just kept turning the ball over and giving the Spurs more opportunities to fight back into it, and that's what led to that disastrous fourth quarter run.
And pass off the hands of Curry. Parker and Leonard.
The Warriors came out playing with some fire, and behind 29 points from Klay Thompson, they went into halftime with a huge lead. But much like in Game 1, the Spurs never said die, and they kept chipping away. But the Warriors were able to stay strong and keep the Spurs at a distance. Tim Duncan led the way with 23 points, Parker had 20, and Kawhi Leonard also added 11 points and 12 rebounds, but they fell just short as the Warriors still Game 2 in San Antonio behind 34 points and 14 rebounds from Klay Thompson.
Parker doing a good job on Harrison Barnes. They swing the ball around to the corner, and they three.
The series shifted back to Oakland, where finally the San Antonio Spurs found an answer for the Golden State guards, as Curry and Thompson were held to a total combined 33 points. Andrew Bogut also chipped in 11 points and 12 rebounds.
Good pass and throw it up.
David Lee also came off the bench, playing in 5 minutes and adding 5 points and 2 rebounds. Parker led the Spurs with 32 points, Duncan had 23 points and 10 rebounds, and Kawhi Leonard was 1 rebound short of a double-double as well.
The big men, because they're the ones that have been hurting them with the clock down. Parker gets past Green, is fouled.
Andrew Bogut picked up 2 quick fouls, and for some reason Mark Jackson left him in, and in the third quarter, Bogut picked up his 3rd foul and had to sit for the rest of the half. And Carl Landry also got his 3rd foul with about a minute left to go in the first quarter. And the Spurs looked like they were in control through that entire first half.
With 5 minutes left in the half. Ginobili off the green.
But in the third quarter, Stephen Curry had an 8-0 run. The Warriors came fighting back, and at the end of the fourth quarter, these teams exchanged game-winning shots, and once again, the series goes into overtime. The Spurs just couldn't get their shots to fall as the Warriors had a 9-0 run to take control. Thiago Splitter was the only Spurs starter not to score in double figures, as Tim Duncan led the way with 19 points and 15 rebounds, and Manu Ginobili came off the bench to add a team-high 21 points. Stephen Curry, Jarrett Jack, and Harrison Barnes combined to score 72 of the team points, but the key to this game was once again turnovers, because in the first 3 quarters the Warriors had 18 turnovers, but in the fourth quarter and overtime they did not turn the ball over once, and that's why they were able to finish strong.
Plenty of clock time, plenty of time. Barnes fakes left, comes right, pulls up, and hits.
Spurs seemed to control this game from the opening tip. The Warriors, they had a few good runs, but the Spurs always seemed to answer back. The Golden State had trouble putting up points as the Spurs held Thompson and Curry to a total of 13 points on the game. Harrison Barnes led the team with 25 points, and Jarrett Jack came off the bench to score 20. But it wasn't enough as the Spurs lead just continued growing. Duncan and Parker both had double-doubles, Parker with 25 points and 10 assists, Duncan with 14 points and 11 rebounds.
Losing the ball, Parker penetrating, feeds it inside the lead.
David Lee played in 11 minutes, adding 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal, and 1 assist. And Tracy McGrady came off the bench to play the last 4 minutes of the game, and he led the team in blocks. The only other Spurs player to even get 1 block was Danny Green.
109-91, a block by McGrady.
In the first 3 quarters, Parker and Ginobili went a combined 1 of 15 from the floor for a total of 6 points. But they did the dirty work elsewhere. They played good defense, and they also combined for 13 assists. The Spurs took control of the paint, and behind scoring from Duncan and Splitter, they were basically in charge through the entire 4 quarters. No matter how big the Spurs lead got, the Warriors never went away. They kept putting up points, they kept forcing turnovers, but in the end, the Spurs, they kept distributing the ball, they kept hitting clutch threes, and they were able to pull away. Stephen Curry led the way with 22 points, and David Lee played 13 minutes this game and grabbed 9 points and 5 rebounds. Tim Duncan led the way with 19 points, and Thiago Splitter added 14, while Kawhi Leonard had a double-double with 16 points and 10 rebounds.
Touch pass, that's a 3, won't go, long rebound, goes right to Leonard and he throws it.
And even though Parker and Manu shot a combined 4 of 22 from the field in this game for a total of 18 points, they still made their mark as the 2 of them combined for 19 assists. The Golden State Warriors should not feel bad about this series. They had plenty of opportunities slip away from them, and they were playing against a veteran team that's been there, done that, and knows how to take advantage. And the main reason the Spurs were actually able to close out this series is because of luck. Because in Game 6, the Spurs were hitting those clutch threes, and the Warriors, who are known for hitting those shots on a daily basis, were getting wide open looks from players with much higher percentages, and they just kept rimming out. Nobody ever really talks about it. The Warriors actually did play some pretty good defense, and they were probably a few miscues away from being in the Western Conference Finals themselves. And I am excited to see what they bring to the table next year, now that they've got all this extra experience under their belts.
We just want to thank you guys for your continued support all season. You guys made Oracle Arena a great place to play. The energy, the passion you have for us is unmatched across the league, so we want to just thank you guys. Obviously, it didn't end the way we wanted it to, but all the hard work and the foundation we built this year, we're going to keep growing and keep getting back to this level next year.